Oh, so are we back in the game? Is this finally the part where we get to date again? But are we too picky? Are you too picky? Have people noticed that? Well, let's talk about that today. It's a Tuesday. Go grab your coffee or your beer or whatever you drink while listening to our weekly talks. And let's talk about getting back into the game, which is dating. My name is Lee, and this is Decapitated Thoughts. Hey, stranger, it's a Tuesday. So now we're back talking about several things. But you know what? I realized that this season should have been season two, and our kinds of love should have been season one, and the unpopular opinion should have been season three, so we can just roll from there on. But I've got good news. So if you enjoyed season one with the unpopular opinion, which I can see from the analytics, we're bringing it back by season four. I already have some topics in line, but if you have a really nice unpopular opinion that is worth exploring, please drop me a line on Instagram or send me an email. Wait until the outro to get all of those details. But before that, let's go to what we have to talk about this week. Since we're done with dating and we're done with our single life, let's now talk about you getting back into the game. And the game is dating. Okay, see, as I've been saying, we all have our personal timeline. So some of us will be ready the day after we break up. Some of us will be ready in 10 years. Depending on the previous relationship that we have, the how fast we get ready for these kinds of things would be different. And that is totally fine and totally okay. When people tell you maybe it's time to date, maybe it's time for you to meet new people, that's fine. You can gauge, you can check with yourself whether it's truly time for you to explore and to finally meet new people. Remember that relationship is three parts: you, the other person, and the relationship itself, right? So if you're ready to put these things back into your life, go ahead and date. But if you're just dating for fun, I have nothing against that. And I won't be judging anyone based off of that. But I would be judging you if your intention is to feel good at the expense of other people, because that's just really mean and self-centered. And please do not do that. I know that you're not really going to acknowledge that it is your intent. It's so hard to be honest with ourselves. But if you're feeling like that's your intention, please do not do it. It's just really mean and it's just really sad. And don't be the reason why another person gets traumatized for their relationship. Okay? I'm all for people who would be honest from the onset. If you tell them that this is just what I'm looking for right now and nothing serious, nothing that would go beyond deeper than what I feel, that is totally cool. I actually appreciate those people because that gives me time to think whether I want to try this with this person or not. So it gives me the platform to say yes or no. Rather, okay, we all have that platform at any time, but rather I have the platform for an informed decision. Like some would I would know if this would what make me feel uncomfortable, would that make me feel more adventurous, so it's or would I be regretting it if I don't take this chance with this person. It gives me, or it will give people a better way to decide whether they want to spend time with you or not. So I'm all for that. Now, with that aside, I also understand that some of us are just really love addicts. So maybe Some of us would just skip the dating altogether and would go into a more serious kind of relationship right away, because in any way that's the getting to know you stage. Um well, that's also fine. I mean, love addict is a real addiction. Like sex addiction, like alcoholism, it's out there. It's real. Anything that your brain gets addicted to, it's because it gives you a cocktail of happy brain chemicals, um, that makes you feel good about yourself or makes you feel good about a situation. So it's a real thing. You can search it up. And maybe if it leaves you confused all the time after one relationship, maybe it's time for you to seek help. Maybe if it's if it's really that bad, or if it's something that you can control, try to be single for a while. Try to look, a lot of people would tell you that, try to look for yourself, or try to look for that person within you that would make you happy even if you're alone. So try to replenish that well of love within yourself. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, now I said a lot of things, and I felt like I was wrapping at that, so at some part of that. Now that you're back into the game, there are a lot of ways now to be meeting people. You know, you can do it like the more traditional way, go out with friends, have a blind date, and drink, meet strangers in a bar, or maybe date that co-worker of yours that you have been wanting to date for a very long time. Or the alternative way is, if you're a little bit shy, a little bit introverted, you can always use the dating apps. But I think the dating apps is a it has been a useful tool, but also an abusive platform for a lot of us. So, if you're going through your dating apps, whether you're male, female, or LGBTQ plus, it doesn't matter. You have to really take care of yourself out there, because we can think that the person would have a good intent, but you know, we don't know what's going on inside their head. They could be psychos for all we know. So just always practice caution when you are meeting people. All right. Now that you're back into dating, is it okay to be picky? How old are you again? People would ask. Then I would say I'm 38, and some people will tell me that, and you're still picky. And why not? Why shouldn't I be picky? I just got off from a failed marriage. This time around, I want to be picky because I want to make sure that even if it doesn't last long, it's not going to hurt me the way it did, or how my world crumbled, um, as the marriage crumbled. I just don't want to be in that same experience. I don't know if you haven't learned from your past experience. I don't know what you do with them if you're not picking up lessons from them, right? Or people would say, you're not that pretty. Why are you so picky? You have to be picky, whether you're pretty or not, based on another person's aesthetics. It doesn't matter. It's okay to be picky. Because when you're picky, it only means that you have standards. See, when I was a little younger, I've always heard friends tell me that I have too high of a standard. Well, I did not have too high of a standard. I just knew what I wanted, I believe. And so I would really admit that there was a part in my life where I just kind of feel like I just want to settle down. So whoever comes along, I'll settle down and I'll adjust the standards that I have for this person. And look where it got me. I'm not saying that the experience was all that bad, but most of it was. And I'm not blaming anyone for that, because that was my decision to go through. And I wish would have I wish that I knew better. I don't, because if I knew better, this podcast wouldn't be here. It wouldn't shape my brain the way that it did. So part of me was happy. Of course, part of me still regrets it, and part of me still sad. I am not angry about it anymore, but I can say I'm indifferent to it. Yeah, like I just don't care that it happened. I just care for whatever lesson I've picked up. But it is okay to be picky. Okay. Now, a lot of people, when they're picky, they charge it to destiny. Partly it's okay to charge it to destiny, and partly I think you also have to do your part in meeting people. Because if you just, try to avoid people as much as you can, then the chances of you meeting someone interesting would be very low. I just remembered watching the one from Netflix. It has an interesting take on partnerships, on romantic partnerships. Like, there could be a lot of compatible persons with you. It's kind of the same as the idea of a soulmate and a twin flame. Now, don't quote me on this one. I'm not an expert in soulmates or twin flames, but I read a little bit about them. And interestingly, it's a little bit, the idea or the concept is a little bit similar to the concept of that Netflix show, which is The One. So, in The One, they use genetics to pair up people. Like, there's a particular set of DNA that's compatible with yours. On the onset, and this is a little bit of a spoiler if you want to watch it. On the onset, they kind of believe that um, there's just the one, but towards the later end of the series, you find out that it's not just one. There might be a lot of other people compatible with you. Because yeah, it works with percentages, so that's really plausible, and they just meet you with the one that has the highest compatibility rate. Um, and in the concept of your soulmate and twin flame, there's one twin flame for you. Like, you've been born out of one soul that was split into two, if I can remember it right. And it has the same concept as that superhero movie that Will Smith had. I keep on forgetting the title. So if you remember Stranger, you can give me a shout out, send me a message, send me a voice message through Anchor, if you remember that particular movie. Uh, yeah. So it's like that. Like, a twin flame is is one soul splitting into two, and sometimes this person is the person who's the most annoying to you because you're almost like exact, or something like that. But don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert. And then, surprisingly, when it comes to soulmates can be a lot and not just one. So you can have like one twin flame but a lot of soulmates. So you can leave it to destiny, and it's not wrong to believe in these kinds of things. In dating, if your quality control has something to do with astrological signs, that's also fine. It's really up to you. Um, but I think it's what's very important is that we all should have values and standards that we uphold. We all deserve somebody special, and that somebody special is that someone who hits, or who checks all the boxes in our list. Is there someone like that? You know what? I always thought that that was impossible, but there's this person that I've met last year, and we're still we're still inspiring each other up until today. And I would say that he checked almost all the boxes. It was so weird. And not just my specific check boxes, but like the generic check boxes for being a boyfriend. So I don't think it's impossible. I think it is possible, but you also have to exert effort in knowing people. So it may be by the use of a dating app, it may be in real life. Now, I would really suggest that you take down paper, get a paper, get a ball pen or a mechanical pencil, and then write down what your standards are and what are the deal breakers. I think these are very important when you are dating someone. You don't want to be so deep into the dating stages only to find out that you don't like this person. Dating is already an investment. It's already spending time with a person, it's already getting to know that person. So please, um, save yourself a little bit of the effort and save yourself a little bit of the pain. It's nice to know about these things early on so that you can worry about more important things later. So, know what those things are. And then, together with that, write down the pros and cons of dating you. It's better, it's always better to know what's wrong with you before anyone saying it out loud in your face. It's less painful because number one, you already know and you're the one who discovered it. And then that you are already checking this out and trying to become a better person. Maybe it's something that you don't have to totally remove, but you just have to improve on it. Most of the time, it's just really improvement because, that's who you are and it's totally fine. We cannot invalidate any of that. So, yeah, at this point, pause the podcast, go grab a pen and paper, write down what are the things that you're looking for, and write down what are your deal breakers. Beside that, write down the pros and cons of dating you. Now, I'm just a really weird person, but I think a lot of people do not talk about this because they don't want to be judged. And you can judge me all you want, but I'm really big on physical things, on physicality. It's my animalistic nature, it's my primal instinct. Well, we all have that. And I guess we're just really too afraid to say it out loud. If you're into voices, that still is physical because you're using your sense of hearing. If you like someone who smells good, that still is physical because you're using your sense of smell. Right. We all have different aesthetics when it comes to physicality. But for me, the first thing that really gets my attention would be strong eyebrows. I don't know why, but it's just really strong eyebrows. They look so manly. And then it's either around the jaw or a strong jawline. It's either they look like babies, kids, or they look manly. But again, that's just for me. And it helps me a lot, particularly when I'm right in front of a dating app because it's easier for me to say whether I like how this person looks or not. And let's all be honest, dating apps, it's a visual platform. It is a visual platform. I don't understand people who won't be putting their own pictures there. And yes, it's 2022, but I still see a lot of guys putting pictures of celebrities or putting like a read bio first kind of thing. Number one, if you know that you're not supposed to be there because it feels wrong for any reason at all, don't be there. Don't pass um, whatever you're feeling to another person. That's just not fair. If you're feeling bored because your relationship had gone stale, break it up. Please break it up and then look for somebody else. And then set an expectation. I'm just here to fool around or to have fun. I don't know why it's so hard for people just to be all honest. I don't know if there's really fun in deceiving in deception. I don't know if they can sleep at night knowing that somebody had been traumatized but by what they have done. But for sure they would be able to sleep because If you do these things, you're already a little bit psycho, sociopath actually. Um, and they wouldn't even admit it to themselves that they did it, that it was partly their fault. I wouldn't blame everything on that person, but it was partly their fault. Nobody would do that because we are all narcissistic in our little ways. Anyway, it's a visual platform. So when you're in a dating app, just like when you are meeting people in real life, put your maybe your best picture, put something presentable there, and never underestimate um, your description. Some of us actually read. I read. So if I like the person, the second part for my own filtering is to read the description. Um, Unless they're just universally handsome. Even if that description is blank, I would probably still swipe right. But usually, if not, I would swipe left. And thus, the percentage of me getting matches in dating apps are really low. And that's fine. I think at one point, whenever I sign into Tinder, it asks whether I am a human because I usually just swipe left. And that's totally fine. It's okay to be picky, and there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, it would help you to find a better person suited for you. All right. Um, I think I've already said enough for this episode, and some of you might find it, some of you might find what I'm saying a little bit weird, but think about it. I'm here not to preach, but just to give you an alternate idea into these things, especially when it comes to your romantic relationship and the dating game, or the dating scene is really where it starts off. It's really where it starts off. So yeah. By the way, also, I keep on forgetting this part. If you're gonna be in a dating app, please do not expect anything. That's the best way not to get hurt. Because I know for some of us, we easily get attached to someone, or in some other person's word, we easily get obsessed over some people. Uh, when when you're introduced to somebody, do not play out a wedding scene in your brain right away, please. Okay, just enjoy the moment of knowing that person. I guess it's the best thing when you get to know the person. You still have a lot of questions to ask. They still You still have that I don't know what you call it, but in Filipino it's the word kilig. It's like when you see someone and you get super excited and all fired up. Yeah, so you still have that kilig factor right there, which is, I think, is a very beautiful thing. And at that moment, while you're dating, just enjoy it. You know, uh, sure, some of us might have trust issues, but we're gonna go get into that on how to deal with those things when we get to your unpopular opinion about relationships. All right. For now, it's just really enjoying your dating. You're back into the dating scene. Don't forget to um, set that expectation to people while you're there, what you're looking for, because I believe that's very important. Whether you're using the apps or you're meeting up people in real life, setting up expectation, letting them know why you're there is very important. So I'll see you on the next episode where we talk about rejection when it comes to the dating game. Have you ever been ghosted? Boo? Okay. All right. You guys stay safe. Strangers, stay safe. I'll look forward to seeing you next week on another episode here at the Decapitated Thoughts. Stay safe. Bye. stranger, this isn't a one way conversation. So join me and let me know what you think. Send me an email at linotegami@gmail.com. That's linotegami@gmail.com. Let's be updated with each other's lives and follow each other on Instagram. Look for at Lilith Star or Lilithstr. Let me know if you like our discussions and if you like the show. So please do leave a rating on your favorite streaming for this show. I'd love to hear from you in any way. Stranger, thank you so much for listening. Please keep healthy and see you on the next episode. My name is Lee, and this is Decapitated Thoughts.